the demise of the family-owned car dealerships. Boy, have we seen it. The name Bankston just disappeared here a couple of weeks ago as AutoNation took over. But the name of Huffines has been around here since 1924, and I guess it's got to stay around maybe for a good long while. Ray Huffines is the CEO of what's become the Huffines Auto Dealerships, plural, more than one. He joins us right now. It's good to have you with us.
Well, thank you very much. Good to be here.
Thank you. I guess it's in, maybe the dealership business is in your blood, or more specific, I guess it's in your genes.
Well, it's true. My grandfather started in 1924, so I'm the third generation, and I grew up working in the car dealerships in the summers between school.
It seems like what's happening in a lot of the family dealerships is you get on down to about the third generation, and not everybody in the third generation, if anybody, wants to be in the car business. They don't want to work that hard, or they want to be monetized and go live in Monte Carlo or something. And that fourth generation seems to be even tougher.
Well, I think it is. I have three brothers, and they're all in other businesses, and I have 3 daughters and a son, and my son has been working in the summers, and so he says that he'd like to stay in the business, but it's a challenge to even give that opportunity with estate taxes and those type of things.
And is it tough with the AutoNations of the world coming out? I mean, do they represent, kind of like a big airline tries to squeeze out small airlines?
That's an interesting question. I don't know that it's totally resolved yet, but with the public companies have been around for some time now, have owned dealerships, and I think that they have some advantages, but they have some disadvantages also. Advantages, they have access to capital, so they can buy dealerships, and they may have some type of efficiency, but then again, they also have other layers of bureaucracy that go on top of that, so I don't think that that's really a plus or a minus. But I do think that when it comes to employees, that many of them prefer to work for a family-owned, locally owned dealership.
Well, it seems like a lot of people like to buy that way too, because everybody's got a Chevrolet. There are lots of places you can buy a Chevrolet, so there has to be some point of difference, I guess.
Well, I think so. I mean, with a locally owned business, you can talk to the owner. I mean, I take every phone call that comes in, and if we have an issue or something, well, we want to get it resolved, and I'm involved. Donations to local causes, I think, is something that the local businesses are much more apt to do. So I do think some people do have a preference to do business with a locally owned, family-owned company.
Well, your grandfather made it through, the Depression, I guess, 1929 and the early 30s and everything else. But by golly, you've had some tough times on your watch. How was 2008?
Well, I mean, we can mark it on the calendar. In the middle of September of 2008, the crash happened, and it affected us and all dealerships immediately. And at that point, we had to look really hard at the expense side. We had to right size, downsize in some ways, and we looked hard at all of our expenses. When things are really good and prosperous, well, you don't really worry about the expense side that much. But we were able to make the adjustments that we needed and to survive through. 2009 was the bottom year.
Yeah, I guess so. But you've got a lot of price points too. It's not just U.S. cars, Chevrolets and Chryslers, Dodges, and Jeeps, but you've gone out and you've added Kias, you've added Hyundais. I understand Subaru has become a very hot brand. Is this diversification that helps you?
Oh, it does. Absolutely, it helps because there's cycles, and some franchises do well, and then maybe they go through a period where they're not doing as well. So yes, diversification is a plus, big plus.
What about access to products? Seems like when everybody wants to buy a car, they get scarce, they get on allotment, and you have to wait for them.
That happens from time to time, but right now I would say the availability is good of just about all the models. So But every once in a while, a new product comes out, and they just can't build them fast enough, and there's a shortage. But right now, I don't believe that's a big problem for us.
All right, so now we just got to lean on your son and encourage him to follow in your footsteps. I guess you could lie to him and tell him he'll work 40-hour weeks, huh?
Yeah, it's not a 40-hour week job. No, I don't think that's really what it's going to be.
Ray Huffines is the CEO of Huffines Auto Dealerships. Good to have you with us, sir.
Oh, well, thank you very much, David.
Thanks. I'm David Johnson. News Radio 1080 KRLD.